Yeah, hello, welcome. Today we are going to look at modular arithmetics. When you say modular arithmetics, what do you mean by modulo arithmetics? Is that okay? So, modulo arithmetics, also known as remainder arithmetics, is a type of arithmetic in which an integer is represented by its remainder. Is that okay? So, let's take this for example. If I have 10 divided by 3, you know that 3 can go into 10 3 times, remainder what? 1. So here, when it comes to the modulo, we are interested in the remainder. Is that okay? We are interested in the remainder. So that's what we mean by what? Modulo arithmetics. So even when it comes to our time that we use, when we are dealing with 12 hours, you see that when we get to 13, we say it is 1. When you get to 14, it is 2. 15 is 3. 16 is 4. 17 is 5. Why is it that when it's 13, you rather write 1 instead of the 13? 14, we use 2 instead of the 14. It is so because we are dealing with 12 hours. So it is working under modulo 12. Is that okay? So we'll be interested in the remainder. So we ask ourselves, 13 mod 12 means that 13 divided by 12, it will be 1, remainder 1. 12 can go to 13, 1, remainder 1. So we are interested in the remainder, which is the 1. Then you can also have something like 14, which we know that it is 2 in terms of time. Because it's dealing with mode 12, we say what? 2 hours or 2 o'clock. Why? Because we are dealing with mode 12, so 14, you rather say 2 o'clock. Is that okay? So you just simply say that 12 can go into 14 one time, remainder 2. So we are interested in the remainder. So when it comes to modulo, all is about what? Remainder. Okay. Modulo is written as mod for short. So when it comes to modulo, you write it as mod for short. That's how you do. So here, 14 divided by 12 can be written as 14 mod 12. Okay. So when you see 14 mod 12, means that how many times can 12 go into 14? And what will be the remainder? So if 12 go into 14 one time, then what will be the remainder? Then the remainder is what? 2. So what we are interested is the remainder. Is that okay? We have another way of doing it without dividing. You can also keep on subtracting. Okay, so when I subtract 12 from 14, I get 2. Now somebody will ask me this question. What if I have 2 mod 12? Okay. Now when it's 2 mod 12 like this, you realize that the mode is greater than this 2. Therefore, we repeat these 2 because the 2 is not greater than 12. It only becomes necessary to apply the mode when the number is greater than the mode in question. I hope you are okay with that. Good. Now, let's look at an example of modulo arithmetics. Yeah, so now let's look at these examples. We have already established the fact that modulo, we are interested in the remainder. Is that okay? So first example is saying that 35 mod 8. 35 mod 8. So 35 mod 8. What are you going to do to get that? Means that 8 can go to 35 how many times? And what will be the remainder? Is that okay? So if you find it difficult to do that, then what you need to do is keep on subtracting the 8 from 35. So let's start with this. The I is saying that 35 mod 8. Is that okay? So the thing here is that 8 can go into 35 how many times? We know that 8 times 4 is 32, right? So 8 can go into 35 4 times, remainder 3. So here we are interested in the remainder, so the answer is 3. Is that okay? If this is difficult for you to do, then what you're going to do is that you pick the 35 minus 8. Then you subtract 8 from 35. You get 27. Then 27 minus 8 again. So you keep on subtracting till you get a number that is less than the mode in question, in this case mode 8. So minus 8, you have 19. Now 19 minus 8, what do we have? 11. 11 minus 8, what do we have? Sorry, 3. Is that okay? Now in this case, this 3 is less than the mode in question, so the answer is 3. So this is another way of doing it. Is that okay? Yes, this is another way of doing it. Either you keep on subtracting till you get a number less than that, the mode, or you just divide straight away and pick the remainder. Okay. Hello. So we now look at example number 2. So now second example, 23 mod 7. I hope by now you can try this. 23 mod 7, you can try it. So you just ask yourself, 7 can go into 23 how many times? We know that 7 can go into 23 3 times, because 7 3 is 21. So if you can go there 3 times 21, what will be the remainder? The remainder will be 2. So you are interested in the remainder. So the answer here is 2. Is that okay? Alternatively, you can do this as 23 minus 7. So this 23 minus 7, we have 16. Then you come and pick 16 minus 7. Is that okay? We have 9. Then 9 minus 7, we have 2. So this 2 here is less than the mode. So the answer is 2. Is that okay? Very good. So now let's look at example number 3. For example 3, if it is 9 o'clock now, what will be the time after the following hours? So let's say if it is 9 o'clock now, what will be the time after 5 hours? What will be the time? After 11 hours, after 23 hours. So after 5 hours, you can easily do it. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So which is in mode 12, that will be what? 2 hours, which you already know that every 14 means 2 hours in terms of time. So let's look at it. So this is how we go about it. 9 o'clock now. So if you want to get after 5 hours, you just add 5 to the 9 o'clock. And you are operating it under mode 12. Now 9 plus 5. Here you operate them first. So 9 plus 5 will give you, how do you call it? 14. Mode 12. Is that okay? Now 12 can go into 14 one time. Remember 2. So that will be 2 o'clock or 2 hours. Is that okay? So that's how we do it. Yes. Now we move on to the next one. 11 hours. So after 9 o'clock, what happens? So that's 11 hours. So that is going to be 9 plus 11 mode 12. Is that okay? So 9 plus 11 is 20. Is that okay? Mode 12. So 20 mode 12. What are you going to get? You see that you are going to get 8. You are going to get 8, right? Because 12 can go into 20 one time, remainder 8. Or when you subtract 12 from 20, you get 8. Yes, and 8 is less than 12, so that's why I've written that. Now let's move on. I. 9 plus 23, 12. So 9 plus 23 gives you 32 mod 12. Now in this case, we all know that 12 can go into 32. How many times? You know that 12 can go into 32, I think 2 times, because 2 times 12 is 24. So here too, you get to remember what? 8. Is that okay? So this is how we deal or tackle questions like this when it comes to the time. Times always works with mod 12. And with modulo, we are interested in the remainder. Thank you. Okay, so now let's look at the modulo of a negative number. We just talked about positive ones. We are just going to look at the modulo of negative numbers. How do we simplify such modules? So let's say that simplify each of the following modulo given. So we have negative 8 mod 3. Now you realize that here is negative, not positive. If it was positive, then you can say that 3 can go into 8 2 times, remainder 2. So the answer would have been 2. But here is negative. So when it's negative, you will still divide. The answer is no. Is that okay? Or do you still subtract? The answer is no, but you rather add. So here, cause, let me bring it here. The I is saying that negative 8 mod 3. So here, what you are going to do is that because it's negative, you keep on adding the mod to the number given till you get a positive number. And the first positive number you get becomes your answer. So in this case, you have negative 8 plus 3, which will give you negative 5. So negative 5 plus 3, which will give you negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3, which will give you 1. In this case, the answer to this is what? 1. So 1 mod 3. Is that okay? Good. Now let's look for the example 2. Negative 38 mod 12. Okay, so here to the same approach. Here you are going to have negative 38 plus 12. Is that okay? But you see, due to time factor, if I keep on adding, see that this number is huge, though this one too is huge. If I keep on adding 12, so maybe it will take more time. But I know that 2 times 12 is 24, so I can double this 12 to be 24 here. So that it will help me, or it will facilitate my working easy. So here it comes negative 14. Is that okay? So now negative 14 plus 12 will give you negative 2. Negative 2 plus 12 will give us what? 10. So the answer today is 10. Is that okay? Now we move to the next example. So the next example we have negative 61 mod 10. So here to the same approach, negative 61 plus, now listen, 6 of 10 will give me 60. It's better to add 60 to this to get close to my answer than be adding 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Have you seen that? So here I can add 60 to this because 6 of 10 will give us 60. And this will give us negative 1. So negative 1 plus 10, which will give us 9. So here the answer is 9. What will be the answer for the last one? Try it and leave your answer in the comment section.